Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Good Pods, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 77. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Scream. It is the 5th installment in the Scream franchise. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no relation to the TV show that was on MTV and VH1. It is also the same title as the 1996 original. It stars Neve Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, Jack Quaid, Mason Gooding, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mikey Madison, Kyle Gallner. I'm going to forget somebody who's probably a very important character. Marley Shelton, Dylan Minnette. I'm gonna mispronounce some directors real quick, but it is directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. I hope I said their names right. I hope I didn't completely say two completely different people. I know that they directed Ready or Not. People rave over Ready or Not, and I'm assuming that's what got them this gig. It is real time. Like, the time for the viewer that it's been since Scream 4, it's been for Woodsboro. And, Black Hood, white face, ghost face, not Wu-Tang, starts, poking people again, and I love this franchise, so I don't want to say seen one Scream, seen them all, because that's definitely not the case, but people start getting stabbed and murdered, and the heroes, the protagonists of the town, or the central focus of the killings, band together to put a stop to it. It runs deeper than that. This is my favorite slasher franchise, my favorite horror franchise. So I don't want to be a dick and try to disregard the plot. I just want to be spoiler free. The focus of this story revolves around the Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega characters, and for the most part, I like this cast. I want to say, Nick, Eric, if you watch and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say that I called one of the actors who ended up being the killer. So, I mean, I'm gonna toot my own horn for 3 seconds. This is the Scream franchise is one of those where I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give anything away. I enjoyed the story. I dug the humor. I thought the kills were pretty gnarly. I'm thinking about it. I've already ranked my Letterboxd. I might put Scream 4 over this because I'm not the biggest fan on the ending. I'm part of the reveal was good. 'Cause there's always the surprise at the end, right? So part of it was good. And then some overacting goes completely off the rails. It just does. Not in a Matthew Lillard as Stu way, not in a Timothy Oliphant as Mickey way, not even in a Emma Roberts as Jill way. Cause there's always this flip. Once we know who the killers are, there's like this little crank of crazy that comes out of that actor. But this time, I just couldn't buy it. And it's everything up to that I was so into. Cause Scream is getting on roasting the meta, like, behind the curtain look at slashers. 2 sequels, 3 trilogies, 4 remakes. This one, I'll let y'all go see it. And like, I'm into the movie, and I have to point this out, like nobody else is looking at this detail. But when the Paramount logo came up, and not the Dimension logo, it's kind of like, this doesn't feel right. But as soon as like red right hand, with his red right hand, you know what I mean? Like, I sound like Sling Blade singing a song. That felt like home. I'm telling, like, I have so much love for these movies. Like, people bash 3. I don't hate 3. It's a mess. It's the worst of the series. But I don't hate 3. I do feel like the big 3, the what are we calling David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox? The big 3, the legacy characters. After 2, none of the 3 of them portray their characters the same way as they did in the first 2 movies. Scream 2 just felt like all of them grew and like, because they were filmed so close together. The other 3, 4, and this one, they don't feel like they're playing themselves, but they don't feel like the same characters from the first 2 movies. There's so much love paid to at least the original movie. In another movie that's Halloween 2018, Candyman 2021, the sequel that feels like the reboot, showing love to the original, showing mad love to the original. I wanted the resolution to be deeper than it was, and the breadcrumbs that are put in this movie, I wanted the bow wrapped up, maybe we'll get Scream 6, to be deeper than it ended up being. And I'm talking mad shit, but I really enjoyed this movie. Like, as you can see, it's my number 6 most anticipated movie of the year. Like, this just wasn't another movie for me. I really liked it. And I do kind of want Scream 6, but I put in my Letterboxd review for Scream 4 that I wanted 5, and now I look like an asshole. If anybody comments, just check the date I published it and then apologize. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, man, like, I wanted to love it. I didn't have, I didn't have expectations that I was bummed. Like, I was, like, there's great tension, there's great humor, there's some good, there's, like I said, some good kills, some good jumps. This is a very well-made movie. It's just the last 15 minutes or so that I'm still dealing with. So I'll let y'all go on saying, in my opinion, I will say that Scream is almost dope. Have you seen Scream? What you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between. Let me know. I've recently posted reviews for The Tender Bar, The 355. My most anticipated of 2022 is posted. A Blu-ray collection update's posted. My favorite movie of 2021's posted. Rank the Scream movies, man. Drop a comment. Rank the franchise. I'm gonna put this movie fourth out of 5. I left the theater thinking it was third. The first 2 are just perfection to me. So yeah, like, the more I think about this, I like Emma Roberts, Rory Culkin, and what they were doing more than I like this one right now. I want to watch this again. and I'll probably watch it again in the theater. This is the last movie I'm watching in the theater until the first weekend in February. But I do still have reviews coming. Tomorrow, this weekend, I'm gonna watch Hotel Transylvania Transfermania. Like I said last weekend in a 355 video, I will watch the Ray Donovan movie. I don't think I'm gonna put a review on YouTube for it. The Tragedy of Macbeth next weekend. I'll review the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, basically Ice Age 6, if it's a legit movie, just to keep something on the channel. So yeah, man, like, subscribe, comments. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits and the Rec League podcast. Peace.